So have you been thinking of starting a business in Nigeria? Before you invest a single naira, there are 15 critical questions that you must ask a lawyer. You must seek a lawyer's advice, right? Missing even one of these could cost you money, could land you in legal trouble, and even shut down your business before it takes off. In this video, I'll walk you through all the 15 questions you need to ask a lawyer before you start a business in Nigeria, or even if you are in the process of doing a business in Nigeria. And I'm going to be explaining it to you in simple plain terms so you know exactly what to look out for. So let's just get right into the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Joy and I'm a legal practitioner based in Nigeria. And on this channel we talk about compliance, family law, and I also share tips for young lawyers coming up in the profession. I've been practicing law for over a decade. So if any of these things resonates with you, you want to hit the subscribe button and put on your notification bell so each time I post a legal tip, you get notified. In today's topic, we're talking about 15 questions to ask a lawyer before starting a business in Nigeria. So let's just get right into it. Now, the first question you need to ask is, what business structure is best for me? Is it a business name? Is it a limited liability company? Is it an NGO? Is it a limited by guarantee? Is it a public company? Or maybe even a partnership? Each of these companies have their own different implications for tax liability and then for growth. So you want to know what you want to do in the long term and which one will be suitable for you right now and then in the long term as well. The second question you need to be asking is, what are the legal requirements for registering my business with CAC? You want to know that you have all the requirements complete before you start, so that you don't start and then halfway you realize that you're missing key documents. Question number 3, do I need any special licenses or permits in any industry? So if you don't know this, know this. The CAC no longer, regulates specialized industries or businesses. So once you register your company, you have to then go and get certain licenses or permits before you can even start. Let's say, for example, a fintech company, a food company, healthcare, they all have their own different regulators. Question number 4, what compliance obligations will I have after registration? Annual returns, tax filings, and regulatory submissions. They don't stop once you get your certificate, right? Question number 5, how do I protect my intellectual property? So if you're a creative, you want to really ask this question very well. Your brand, your logo, your designs, you must think about trademarks, copyright, and patents. Do you need to trademark it? Do you need to copyright these things? You need to ask all these questions. Question number 6, what are the tax implications of my business structure? You need to know the difference between CIT, that's company income tax, VAT, payee, and other obligations before the FRS comes knocking on your door. So it's the kind of business you want to do, and you are able to know that, okay, I'm going to be able to be paying this tax before you even start the business in the first place. Not that when you've already started and you start complaining about, this tax is too much, I don't understand what this tax is all about, I didn't know about it until I started the business. So you want to know these things beforehand. Question number 7, how do I draft a solid shareholders or partnership agreement? Please and please, I keep saying it, I've been saying it on this channel as well. Do not rely on handshake deals alone. Get everything in writing. So if you're doing a partnership or you have shareholders who are buying into the company, you want to have agreements already on ground. Question number 8, what contracts should I put in place with employees, with vendors, and then customers? Because contracts, if you're doing a business, should also be your best friend. So contracts are your protection when things go wrong or things don't go as planned. You need to already have contracts on ground. Question number 9, how do I legally hire and manage employees in Nigeria? This is a very critical question. Before you employ anybody, you want to know what you want to know what type of contracts and how to also draft those contracts for employees, from employment contracts to pensions and then statutory deductions, because that is very critical. If you are also looking to hire foreigners, you need to know that you already need to have a certain license before you can even invite a foreigner to come and work for your company. So you need to ask those important questions. Question number 10, what liabilities am I expected to have as a founder, and how do I limit them? So incorporation may protect you personally, but not in every scenario. So you want to know what protects you and what doesn't protect you. Question number 11, do I need to comply with data protection laws like the Nigerian Data Protection Act or even GDPR if I'm dealing with international clients? The answer, might surprise you. So you want to ask those questions if you have the intention of doing business, internationally across Nigeria. You want to know what laws you need to follow both here and both there. So you need legal guidance on that. Question number 12. How do I raise funds legally? It's not enough that you just start a business. A lot of people fail to answer this question. You cannot just use your funds. A lot of people don't know that when you register a company, you are liable, sorry, you are entitled. Let me just say that you are entitled or you qualify, to get government grants, to get some government loans. But a lot of people really don't know this, right? So whether you're getting, funding through loans, through investors or equity financing without breaking securities or company law. So you want to think about how to raise funds for your companies. When you hear a lot of successful business people, they'll tell you sometimes they don't even use their money alone to start a business. So don't go into a business with the mindset of, if I put my money in and it doesn't work, I'm going to back out. So these are very critical questions that will help you also grow your business as well. Question number 13, what happens if I want to bring in foreign partners or operate outside Nigeria, because there are extra rules for cross-border business? I also mentioned that in the beginning, like in previously one of the questions, I said that, if you want to hire a foreign national, you need, government, permits to be able to hire and somebody for internationally. And if you want to do business cross-border, even within African countries, you need to, comply with their own laws as well. You need to comply with cross-border laws so that you don't get into trouble. Question number 14. What are the rules for closing or winding up a business if things don't go as planned? So planning for the end is just as important as planning for the start. A lot of people have come to the point where they are not even using their business and they don't even know how to wind up. They don't know anything about winding up, or the business has gone into debt and they want to close it. They cannot continue again. They want to know about winding up. So let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a special video on how to wind up a company in Nigeria. Then the last but not the least is question number 15. How do I future proof my business legally for growth, succession, and expansion? Because the decision you make today will determine how, flexible your company is tomorrow, how your business is going to grow tomorrow. It's not about the now, but it's about the future. I've also been saying it that when you want to start a business, you want to think long term, not short term. So there you have it, 15 critical questions that could save you from costly mistakes as you start your business. So which of these questions do you think most businesses overlook? Drop your answer in the comments and I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more legal tips, and share this with someone you know who is thinking about starting a business. Remember, the best time to get legal advice is before you run into problem, not after. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.